To get the read on these air travel woes, aviation expert Michael Boyd. Michael, this is going on, and this last surge in COVID came at such a horrible time, holidays, so much travel. How do the airlines navigate this? I mean, it almost feels like they're melting down. How do they decide which flights to cancel, deal with the staffing shortages, deal with these customers who are probably very agitated?
Well, it's highest and best use. I mean, this is different than we've had other meltdowns. They know they are going to be short, so they're trying to anticipate where they can minimize the damage, if you will, to the customer and to their bottom line. So it's kind of a controlled meltdown. It's not something where airplanes are ending up all over the country unexpectedly. What they're doing right now, I guarantee you, the airwaves are full of emails going to people saying, you know, your trip tomorrow has been postponed. We've rebooked you for next Thursday, or something like that. But they're trying to do the best they can. But this is something they can anticipate a little bit, unlike weather issues and things like that.
Do you think the new CDC guidelines shortening the quarantine period will help under these circumstances? Some are saying it's just going to make it, more risky to fly, and that the Omicron variant will just spread more in the air.
Well, I think the real issue here is that's a medical issue one way or the other. And if they decide a shorter quarantine period works, I would go along with them. But the real bottom line of this is there's a lot of fear of getting this disease. And as a result of that, people are going to be pulling back, including airline employees. It's a natural thing to do. So 5 days, 10 days, I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. The real issue is people are living in a little bit of fear of getting this disease.
What about winter weather, right? That's something the airlines have to face at this time every year. So when you compound all these problems, it just only makes it more difficult to navigate.
Oh, correct. I think somewhere in Holy Scripture there's something where it's been decided if you're going to have weather, you're going to have thunderstorms or whatever, it will only happen during, a major holiday period. I haven't found it yet, but I'm sure it's there.
Yeah. Some people talk about air travel specifically, saying that, the air in the cabins, the new filtration systems, it's one of the safer places to be, especially when you have folks who are wearing their masks and participating in that process. Yet there's a huge cry from some who say it's time to take the masks off the planes. I mean, it's like one day we make one decision, the next day we're trying to do something else. We're upset that the flights are being canceled, but people want the masks off. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. What about you?
Well, it isn't a mask requirement. It's a cover your nose and mouth requirement. That's very different. So until we get some critical understanding of what a mask really is, I would have to agree with, the CEO of Southwest Airlines. This isn't doing us much good, particularly when look at it this way. They say airline cabins air is about the same as an operating room. The difference is in an operating room, you got at least one sick person, for sure. I do think that these mask requirements, as they're structured today, are counterproductive.
Yeah, and we're also having these conversations about vaccine mandates potentially to fly as well. Your thoughts?
Well, what I've read, and again, good Lord, I don't know what to believe nowadays, but a lot of people getting this Omicron variant have been already vaccinated. So having a vaccination passport to get on an airplane doesn't make a whole lot of sense when it's showing that vaccination doesn't necessarily make any difference.
Right. I mean, it does with respect to the severity of your illness, but with respect to the spread, it doesn't. Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Good. Bye-bye.
All right.